Hey Wastelanders, this is Gary. Just want to do a follow-up video on a couple things before I make any more new videos or reviews. So I unveiled this yesterday, and I've been carrying this today. I carried this a little bit. This is the Kubi. I forget the names, and I don't think this has a name, but this has a name, but I forgot it. So you should have seen these videos already. This is the Petrified fish. Oh, 999. And this Kubi is 122. KU122. So anyway, I've been using this knife today. And I think it's a great flipper. But I'm just going to mention, I think the ergos are off on this one. So it seems like it has a thick pivot, and you can't really get your finger close to the blade. You know, like say this one, if you you choke up on it, or you can choke up on it really close to the pivot, and you can get your hand in there really close, and that you feel that you have control on the knife. And when you choke up, like really hold it in your hand, you can get the blade or the spine of the knife back into your thumb really good, and it feels great in hand. But on the other hand, when you choke up on this, you don't feel like you have control to get the back of the knife in your hand. It just feels like when you squeeze, you still feel a little bit like you have a loose connection on the handle. I don't know how to explain it. I'll probably be able to explain it better when I do more time with it, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm off. Like flipping it, I've been using it all day today, and it continues to feel a little bit off. And I think this is the finger choil. It's just a little too big. It's just a little too fat. If they had like took a good corner of an inch off of this, maybe it's maybe they shouldn't have been added a flipper tab to this, you know, because the flipper tab, it sticks out pretty far. I mean, it's not the biggest flipper tab that I've ever seen, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is off on the design. So I'll give a review to it when I carry it a little bit longer. I love the knife. I love the looks of the knife. Don't get me wrong. It just looks great. But if you were to like be cutting with it all day, I think you would injure your thumb. I mean, there's no way that you can get a close lockup feel, you know. If you could see there's a gap between her, and I can't get any closer than to make my hand uncomfortable. So I would love to get take on some medium-sized hands and see how they feel, or see if it's worse. It's too bad, because I really like the looks of this knife. Yeah, I think the hole needs to be a little bit smaller, and they need to do away with the flipper tab. I mean, but that won't save it, because the knife will have to be redesigned. It's got a sway back look to it, and that probably hurts it also. So I don't know. That's how I feel right now with this knife. Turns out the Kubi is really a lot more comfortable in hand. Yeah, I love this knife. Oh, so which brings me to another thing. When I meant by dagger knives, I meant like the Kubi. This knife reminded me of the dagger design of the dagger knives blades, but also it reminds me of Yeah, it reminds me of a Spyderco too, like the leaf shape. Let's see if I have a closer one. This is the PM Para 3. So it's kind of reminds me of the Spyderco and Para 3, but I think it's reminiscent of dagger knives. It's pretty cool. Okay. Thirdly, yeah, let's wrap this up. It's getting long. So I haven't tallied up the choices for A and B, like the next knife I'm going to work on, but I think they're probably even. I mean, I don't know that for sure. I haven't tallied it up, but I'm going to get to work on one of those knives either later today or first thing Saturday. I'm going to film it just a little bit of the process along the way, because I think I covered the process in these knives, the first two knives first two knives I did. So I take it everyone doesn't like a tiger stripe. I mean, there's going to be a 50-50 chance that some people like the tiger stripe and some people don't. I never finished sharpening this knife or modding it. So I was experimenting, seeing if I could get a tiger stripe on there. I think I'm going to add something kind of a look on the bigger blade. So I just want to give you guys a closer look at the tiger stripe pattern. I don't know if it's really a tiger stripe pattern. It's just a pattern, and honestly I kind of like it, but I understand if you guys don't like it, because pretty much these two knives that I do, these two Grows that I do something with, I'm going to give away anyway. So yeah, whatever I do on these knives, I'm going to give away. So if you don't really want a tiger stripe, chime in on the comment and say, definitely do the tiger stripe. So, okay, that's all. Take care, Wastelanders.